Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Raymond Report. Today is Wednesday, April 3rd. Hope you have yourself a good start to your Wacky Wednesdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. Come learn about the 5 fundamentals of sports handicapping. That's about value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a strict money management system. Come learn more about the Raymond Report today at atsstats.com. All right, let's take a look at our plays last night in the MLB, NHL, NBA. Our free pick loss with the over in the Dallas game. And also in the NBA, we had the Clippers over, so it wasn't really a banner night here for our NBA selection. We did win with the under in the Miami Heat game with the New York Knicks, and those were all one-unit plays. So we had 2 NBA plays last night. And in the NHL, we bounced back with a nice win with Minnesota at minus 139 for 1 unit. We had the over in the Pittsburgh, New Jersey game. So we did go 2-0 in the NHL last night. Major League Baseball, well, we had the Mets, but that was rained out. And we had Milwaukee under, and we lost a tough one with the Blue Jays taking on Houston. We had Houston, and the Blue Jays smacked that 2-run dinger in the top of the 9th, and they won that one. So, you know what? Overall, not a bad night in the premium sections. I think we went 3-2, and we'll have more plays for our members here today at ATS Stats. You can get all our free picks today. Go to the website, atsstats.com, click on free picks, and if you want to get our top member selections, you'll see them right here, Ron Raymond's top picks for today. There's no selections right now, but when you come back to the website, my premium picks, my best bets will be there in the members area. All right, let's go to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index. And man, we're seeing a lot of overs in Major League Baseball. And if you look at the standings in Major League Baseball, so what I did is I went to my standings area and I clicked on the over-unders. Look at the overs so far this year for San Francisco, 6-0, 5-2-1 for the Padres, Dodgers 5-2-1, Cincinnati have yet to play an under along with the Pirates and the Phillies. So, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see the Yankees, the only team in in Major League Baseball who haven't played an over yet, 0-5-1. So interesting numbers when it comes to the over-under in Major League Baseball, the totals. And like you see yesterday in Major League, 7-6 for the favorites, 9-4 on the run line for the Dogs again. Man, the Dogs, a lot of one-run games. Got to get out of this NHL mode there. Come on, Ron, it's MLB season. And 8-4-1 to the under. So we did have our first under night since opening day, but one game in opening day in Seoul, Korea. But on days with a lot of high volume, yesterday was maybe is this the sign of the reversal? We'll start looking at unders. When always remember this, when there's a public consciousness, like the momentum, and what's the old golden rule of sports betting? When everybody goes one way, you go the other. I'm just wondering if this is the April 2nd was the reversal of everybody starting to maybe taking that reversal, right? When everybody's starting to play the overs, maybe this is the time to start looking at unders, right? The one thing about trying to catch the top or the reversal, it's like trying to catch a falling knife, right? Very, very tough to do, but we'll see what the outcome here is after today. All right, let's go to NHL, and let's take a look last night in the Bettman circuit, and you can see it was 5-3 for the favorites, 5-3 for the puck line. Hey, now we're going to talk about puck line. 5-3 to the over, 7-day average. In fact, I didn't do the 7-day average for Major League Baseball. Let me go back and I'll come back to the NHL. 7-day average, look at this. 52.4% of the games for the underdogs in Major League Baseball, but 64 for the run line. So consider the run line in some of your picks here today. And if you don't want to play the run line because you think the price is too much, just marry it with a couple of parlays, right? Like 2-3 parlay if you do like those run lines. 66.9 for the overs, but it's been an over year, 58.5. Let's go to NHL. And like we just said, it was a bullish night last night in the NHL. 7-day average, though, we're neutral market. Look at that. 52.7% of the NHL games have gone towards the favorites, and 71% on the puck line for the underdogs. Wow, that is very high. 61% on the year. So we're 10% above average on the season betting puck lines on 7-day average. 52.1% of the games have gone under. And in the NBA last night, you can see that it was a big night for the favorites. 7-2 straight up, 5-4 against point spread, 5-4 when it comes to the over-under. And when you look at the 7-day average, 60.9% of the games have gone to the favorites, so we're bullish right now. and only 44.6 to the point spread. Wow. Very well, wow. It's it's been like that all year. When you look at it, 70% of the games have gone to the favorites in the NBA, and they've only covered 52%, right? So coin flip when it comes to the point spread, and on the 7-day average, 56% of the NBA games have gone over the total. All right, let's go to the report card, and let's go take a look at Major League Baseball. We do have some afternoon delights today, and I'll go to Major League, not the NFL. We're not there yet. And let's take a look at the cycles a lot of these teams are in right now. Frankie Montas up against Zach Wheeler, and you can see that the Phillies right now 2-3 on the season, while Cincinnati, they are 3-2 as well, or 2-3 against 3-2. Neutral 1 days, and I do have the Phillies winning today at 4.1 to 3.9, 54.5 on the percentage play. But if you like Cincinnati, you know the golden rules of if you play the percentage play. If you like the underdogs here with the Raymond Report, look for the cow at the 40% mark right here or higher, and that way you know you have a good value on the underdog. Now you got a C-type team, and so far Cincinnati against those C-type teams are 3-1 on the year. Kansas City taking on Baltimore. Corbin Burns going to make another start here for the O's, and I got him at 54% chance of winning. Had the line at -160 right there with the bookmakers, and Cole Reagan's the lefty going here for Kansas City. Kansas City, so far in the year, 2-3 on the season. Actually, no, wait. Let me see here. That's home and away, and they are 2-3. Sorry, on the season, and Baltimore 3-2. I do like Baltimore in that game. I got Sandoval taking on AJ Puck, and we got Miami at -119. Miami's 0-6. Man, they're struggling, and since the Angels had that players meeting and the coaches meeting after the second Baltimore Woodshed game. You can see that the Angels are doing a little bit better here, and they are now 3-2. They turned it around here, 3-2 in the season. Yeah, they turned it around, so they're now in a winning record. 46% chance of winning, though. They don't have the edge when it comes to percentage play. Percentage play still favors Miami, but Miami very, very bearish. Minnesota taking on Milwaukee. Joe Ross against Chris Paddock, and we have a 53% chance of winning here for the Bucks, or not the Bucks. Gotta get my sports right here. For the Brew Crew, hey, the Brewers having a really good start, 4-0 to the season, and for Minnesota 2-2, and Paddock against Ross, neutral 3 days, bullish 5 days, and these numbers will start meaning a little bit more once we get more volume into the games, right? Nathan Eovaldi against Aaron Savali, Tampa Bay, nice bounce back game last night for the Rays, 54% chance of winning. In fact, let me go to my NBA. Major League Baseball computer card. It'll be a little bit easier. We can see last night's score when we bring up the Major League Baseball. But just in the meantime, while that is loading up, 54.5% chance of winning. So there we go. All right, where's the Tampa Bay Rays? Last night, 5-2 win. And you had Haney against Eflin. Eflin finally got that win. And Tampa Bay today, 4.1, 3.9 for the Rangers. And again, 54% chance of winning. Should be an interesting matchup today at Tropicana. First pitch, 1:10 Eastern. Yeah, a lot of early games today. Getaway day, right? And I'll show you a stat later on Getaway Day. We'll see how it did last year on the third game of the series, and we'll see how teams do on Getaway Day. Atlanta taking on the White Sox. You know what? I picked up Crochet a lot. When I play these fantasy leagues on ESPN, and when I saw Crochet's first start of the year, and I said, man, the White Sox got him starting opening day, so this guy must be pretty good. And look at that last night, and so far it's looking like a good pickup right now. Nick Nastrini going here for the White Sox, Spencer Strider for the Braves, and we'll see if Atlanta gets back on the winning side today. Tough loss, 3-2, but still the Braves. Boston taking on Oakland. Man, the Red Sox, pretty good 3-game win streak right now. 163 is the line, and they won 5-4 last night against the Oakland Athletics. And the A's, yeah, it could be a long year. Ross Stripling today against Nick Pivetta. I do like Boston in this one. Yankees last night, first loss of the year, 5-1, and they're a lot of unders, right? We talked about that earlier. And Zach 10-gallon hat didn't disappoint last night. Today you got Merrill Kelly. It sounds like a law brokerage firm, right? But Merrill Kelly from Kelly & Kelly going up against Carlos Rodon for the New York Yankees. And I do have the Arizona Diamondbacks winning today, 4.5 to 4.4. Over under at 8.96, so we'll see what happens after a 7-0 loss last night against the D-backs. Seattle Guardians had the better of the two last night. They won that one 5-2. Today they got George Kirby going for the Mariners up against Logan Allen. So this could be, might look at the under in this game between Seattle and Cleveland. Look at the total, 7.5. 54% chance of winning compared to 45.3. And but you know what, Kirby could be worth a look here. What's last game? Let's see his ERA. So last start Kirby had one. He had a pretty good outing. In fact, his last outing against Boston, he went 6.2 innings, 99 on the pitch count, and only 2 hits. So this could be an under game here today at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. San Diego taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. I got the Padres winning. Hey, St. Louis making me look good right now. 5-2 last night. Zach Thompson today against Joe Musgrove. I do like the Cards again today. Washington taking on Pittsburgh. Hey, don't look now. The Bucks on a 5-game win streak. 8-4 win last night against the Nationals. Mitch Keller up against Trevor Williams. And the last 4 games for the Nationals have gone over. This was the rain delay yesterday, postponed to today. Adrian Hauser, Casey Mize for the Tigers. I still like the Mets here today. I had them yesterday as one of my top plays. And I got Chicago taking on Colorado. Yeah, they put 12 on the board last night, and 12-2 was the final. Today, Luke Little going up against Cal Quantrill of the Rockies. Rockies lost 3 straight, 1-5 on the year. I got the Cubbies winning here at, 4-2.93. Blue Jays, big come from behind win, top of the 9th last night. Schneider pounding that 2-run shot. Minus 138 today for the Stros. And Christian Javier going up against Chris Bassett. And I think Bassett didn't fare well in his last start. A 7.20 ERA. And last start, he went 5 innings, 95 pitches, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. 6 Ks, though. He had 6 Ks in that outing. And that was against the... what was that against? Tampa Bay, that's right. Against Tampa Bay. So I do like the Astros here. I don't know. This might be a stay-away game for me. You know what? 1-5. Houston is 1-5. Unlike Houston, right? Really good baseball team, but the Blue Jays, anywhere in their lineup, they can bring up anybody and they can hit. Like even the 8th hitter, you got to worry about in the Blue Jay lineup. It's the pitching that you got to worry about if you're a Toronto fan. Hey, while I'm wearing a Blue Jay hat. LA Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. Minus 220 is the line. Tyler Glasnow, former Ray, going up against Kyle Harrison. And I do like the Dodgers in this one, 4.6 to 4.38. And San Fran coming in on a 3-game losing streak, while the Dodgers 6-2 on the year, 5-1 to the over. All right, let's take a look at the NBA. Let's go NBA right now, and we'll use the report card. And what you're looking for, we're getting NHL, NBA. This is the one thing, right? You're getting to the end of the year. Teams are jockeying for playoff positioning. Some are just jockeying for home court or home ice advantage throughout the playoffs. Some are just trying to make the playoffs. So you got to be very careful. The bookmakers know that. Watch the line. So Portland, Charlotte, I got the Hornets winning this one, 106 to 103. Lakers and Washington. All right, minus 13 is the line. So this should be like a walkthrough here for the Lakers. 118 to 109, a 74% chance of winning. Lakers against those C-type teams that very dominant, 22-7. Detroit taking on Atlanta, minus 11.5 is the line, 223 is the total. And look at these double-digit favorites, right? And this is why I'm betting more totals. You see all my picks that I've given out the last few weeks, a lot of totals, right? It's just, who wants to lay double-digit favorites, right? Or, who's going to trust a team like Detroit and Washington at this time of year? Bullish 14 days, bearish 14 days for Detroit, bullish 2 days. Atlanta against C-type teams, 18-12 on the season. It's the only type of team they're really good against, right? The B's and the A's, not so well. Indiana taking on Brooklyn. I got the Pacers, a 7-point favorite against the Nets, and I got a 124-113 final. And when Indiana plays those C-type teams, 21-12. Brooklyn 6-12 against the Bees. Bullish 2 days. My line right there with the bookmaker, 6.59, and you're getting 7. Oklahoma, this is the game of the night, and that TD Gardens in Boston, minus 9 is the line. I had minus 7.2, so for some reason a little bit inflated here, the line at minus 9. And Oklahoma City, all they do is win, right? You really want to go against Oklahoma City when all they do is win and cover, but you got to ask yourself, normally when they're in this spot against an A-type team, they're at 3.3, when it comes to, you round it off maybe like 3.5 on the line value. Why are they at 9, right? What's the, let me see the injury report here. Let me go to NBA. When I see a big line difference like that, then, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, there you go. I think that's why. Hey, he could, is that worth 6 points? I think so, right? So Shea Gilgeous-Alexander might not play tonight. He was out the last couple of games, so keep an eye on him, see if he comes back for this one here tonight. I don't know if he will, but maybe a total in that game. Orlando, New Orleans, right? So you got the Pelicans, minus 3.5. I had minus 4, and I got a 75% chance of winning. 107-101 is my final. 2 neutral teams, right? So the yellow means that teams are either 4-3, 3-4 last 7. I got the Bucks over the Grizzlies, 117-108. And when you're looking at the screen right here, always look to see if a team is bearish, neutral, or bullish. You got a neutral team in the Bucks, again, double digit. I had them at minus 9.5. This is what the line should be. This is what inflation looks like, right? Almost like the economy today. Toronto against Minnesota, minus 16.5. And man, Toronto just wanted to get the season over with, right? It's as Joe Namath would say, they're struggling big time. Bullish 10 days against bearish 25 days. Like, you can be bearish for like a week or whatever, but 25 days, like, you're asking your fans to support a team that's just melded in, right? 116-101, so we do have right there with the bookmaker. And hey, the Raymond report is right all over it, right, in the forecast. 116-101. And then the Cleveland Phoenix, another good game right here. 5.5 is the line. I got 5.3, so fair market value. 118-114 is my final score. And so we'll have it landing on 232. So over the total, 22-16 on the road for Cleveland, 23-14, and against A-type team. Look at that. Phoenix is only 6-14 against the A's, and Cleveland not as well against the B's. Look at that, 8-10. Cleveland beats up the beatables, right? 27-7, but when they play the contenders, not so much. So, yeah, you know what? I think Phoenix is a play there, but I would probably look at the money line, but it's probably a little chalky at minus 5.5. All right, let's go to NHL. Let's do a quick survey here on the Bettman circuit. Jersey's taking on the Rangers, minus 179. I got 217 as the line. Bullish 17 days. I do like New York in this one. Tampa Bay, Toronto. Man, Toronto's starting to put it together here a bit, right? Bullish 2 days. Tampa Bay losing to Detroit the other night. That was a tough one. And maybe we're looking ahead to this one, right? Who knows? Minus 127. I got 173. And Tampa Bay, 40% chance of winning. I do like the Bolts here. Look at the puck line. The puck line might be worth it. Get that Geico insurance. Dallas taking on Edmonton. I got this is the game of the night. And Big D, right? Minus 116. I had minus 135. Bullish 26 days. Neutral 2 days. Edmonton has been floppy lately, right? Win one, lose one type thing. 40% chance of winning. I do like Dallas, but in a game like this, you want your big players to step up. So I think this might be a game where McDavid really puts the pedal to the metal type thing. And I think this is a game where he needs to flourish, right? When you get this deep into the season, and you're talking April's playoff type hockey, right? Let's be honest. Like, we're getting this to, your best players have got to be your best players. I'm just trying to look at the goaltending matchup here tonight. Oh, I know it's Ottinger against who? Let me see, Edmonton, Stuart Skinner, right? Skinner so far on the season, 33 and 14, 2 shutouts, 2.63 goals against average, not ERA. Jake Ottinger, 30 and 13, 2 shutouts, 2.87. This should be a good game. What's the total in this game? 6.5. Kind of a little high, right? Might be a tight checking affair. But to me, who's the best player on the ice? It's McDavid. I think you got to look at Edmonton in this spot. Seattle taking on the Kings. I do like LA here, 3.1 to 2.5, 61% chance of winning for LA. Had them listed at minus 221 on my value index. You're getting them at a discount of 185. And the Canucks taking on Arizona. They took it on the chin last night. What was the final of that one here? Let me go back to NHL. I know it was 4-1 at one point before I went to bed, and they didn't look too good. Yeah, 6-3 was the final. We talked about this yesterday. Remember, I said Vegas, for some reason, they played the Bees in the season. They pooped the bed, but they played an Ace-Day team. They step up their game, right? Hopefully that helped you. Vancouver, I got them winning today, 3.5 to 2.8, and the over/under listed at about 3. So another under game. Neutral 9 days, neutral 4 days. Minus 188 was my line. And against the Seas, there's 26-10. So we'll see. You know what? Sometimes in a situation like Vancouver's in, the best thing to do after a tough loss like that, like last night, is to bounce back and get the next one in right as fast as you can. Imagine if you had 3 days off and you had to stew on that. That'd be a long 3 days. But the good news is Bettman helped you out with a bounce back game on a back-to-back night. All right, let's go to 8% Club. And always remember, trends are your friends, but they don't pay the rent. Dodgers will probably be the trend of the year every day we watch them. Dodgers 11-1 as a home team, coming off a 3-game win streak the last 2 years. That's good for 91%. The New York Yankees as an away team, coming off a 7-run loss the last 10 years. Think about that. Hey, they've only lost by 7 runs in the last 10 years 10 times, and they're 9-1 in the bounce back game. Pretty good. Dodgers again, the last 3 years, same as the first stat, but now it's 3 years. That's good for 19-3. 23-4 for 4 years. The over 9-2 for the Guardians. After I like the under in that game, but here's the stat that tells me the opposite. The Guardians as an away team, coming off of 5 runs in the last 2 years, 81%. You know what? Cleveland, it might be my under the radar team this year. I know you're probably saying, well, they're one of the favorites to win the division. How could it be under the radar? I'm talking public perception, right? Like, who's betting Cleveland games right now? Guardians. The recreational bettors are betting the Yankees. They're betting Dodgers. You know, Cleveland, Seattle, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Those are the teams right now that. Those are teams, and I'll come back to that, and I'll show you after I do the last one here. 9-2 to the Orioles, or 9-2 as a home team, coming off a 3-run loss the last 2 years. Baltimore, to me, is a lot like Tampa Bay, right? They're a lot like the Rays. You know, when the Rays got smoked there in Game 1 against the Texas Rangers, I didn't even touch them last night, and I'm kicking myself. You know, I come on this podcast all the time saying I'm a big Tampa Bay Ray fan, but I got I got shy last night by going back to the Rays, right? Because you get a game like that and you say, oh boy, okay, maybe it's not their year, right? And then all they do is just win. So even for me, after doing this 27 years, you got to stick to your confidence and stick to your guns type thing. When you say that's your team, and Tampa Bay at home is one of those teams you can't shy away from the next day after a loss, right? And Baltimore. To me, Baltimore, Tampa Bay are those similar type teams. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball. Let's take a look at the top teams. And when I say under the radar teams, so one of my philosophies that I like to do in baseball, for the first 20 games, I like to see who's who in the zoo, right? Like, we've seen Pittsburgh do this before. We've seen teams like Pittsburgh, have a great first 20 games. And then when it comes to June, it's like, hey, where's Pittsburgh? Everybody was friendly darling there in the first 2 months of April and May, but now they're nowhere to be seen, right? So you got to be careful. I think these type of teams, you bet them early and you put them to bed late, right? Dodgers, yeah, they're always going to be overvalued. Yankees are always going to be overvalued now, especially now that Soto's there and he brings, you look at the Yankee lineup: Soto, Judge, Giancarlo, Stanton, Giancarlo, and then you got Rizzo. Rizzo, man, this guy could be the X factor for the Yankees. Pirates, right? Do we can trust them? Arizona, another under the radar team. When I mean under the radar, I'm talking about value, right? They're not a public team that everybody, picture Arizona like the Houston Texans in football this year, right? Are they really that good? And all they do is win games, right? Detroit, they're like Pittsburgh. We'll see in June if they're there. Cleveland, that's a team that's probably going to make my under the radar. Boston Red Sox, you know what? 4-2. And think about this: 4-2 on the road. They've won all their games on the road. So we'll see. We'll see if Boston's, keep in mind they're playing Oakland, and who was the first one to play? Seattle. So we'll see if Boston's for real. The Brew Crew, they got to play somebody first before I give them that respect. St. Louis Cardinals, you guys know I've been on the Cardinals since day one. That's my under the radar pitching staff team, right? The oldies, the old veterans. Wait till Sonny Gray comes back. Cincinnati, Cubbies, and Padres. But teams you want to look out early: Cleveland, Arizona, when it comes to value. All right. All right, folks, there you have it. That is the Raymond Report today for a Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday. I thought we were Thursday, but that's tomorrow. Come to the website. Check out the previews here on the front of the page, atsstats.com, and come and get my free picks each and every day. If you scroll down, you get more trends and articles, and I try to keep these as relevant and up-to-date as possible. But check it out. Membership is only $7.99, and then once you get a membership, go inside your dashboard and go to all the tools in the toolbox. by clicking on some of the buttons. And if this is one of my favorites right here, the Rain Report. And what I look for are team system trends. I think we gave out another winner yesterday. It's 2 days in a row we gave out winners. You scroll down to the bottom and you're looking for when any team. I forgot to do a little look before I did the show here today. Let me see Cincinnati, Philadelphia, and I'll show you what a system trend is. When any team is in a system, normally it's like the Yankees and Baltimore. The Yankees and Dodgers. Normally they have a lot of the system trends. And let me just keep scrolling right down here. Nope. We'll keep going until we get one. I always love these system trends. They've been money since so far. All right, we're waiting for here. Milwaukee. All right, we do this. Scroll down to the bottom. Nope. Let's go to the next one. Okay, probably do another show just on system trends. Tampa Bay, Texas. It could be here. Nice system trend. Nope. Rays 14-5 as a home team coming off a win against an AL West division opponent. Let me see. Atlanta. Well, maybe Atlanta. Might get a system trend on the Braves after that loss yesterday. Nope. Braves 17-6 as an away team coming off a 1-run loss for the last 2 years. Boston, Oakland. Might get a system trend here. And let me see here. Nope. Another. Maybe we don't have a system trend today. Okay. The Yankees, Arizona. Maybe we might get one here. All right. Let's go down. Yeah, here we go. It's on the Rays. Look at that. So here's the system trend. So the Yankees are 9-1 as an away team coming off a 7-run loss last 10 years. That's a team trend. A system trend is when any major league home team is coming off an American League opponent during a day game today, playing on a getaway day, coming off a night game, and it was a 7-run win. Wow, 19-4 straight up. So that's Merrill Kelly with a 19-4 system trend following the D-backs today. So look at that today, and hopefully it cashes you a nice winning ticket. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back on a Thursday with another edition of the Rain Report. Cheers.